you ever felt like you are in a place you didn't choose, yet somehow everything about your life points to a bigger purpose? Hello. Okay, so this is Flora Sydney of Elevated Dancers, and once more we are back to your screen with a lot of exciting stories. Like we said from the beginning, that we'll be talking about different characters in the Bible. So today I will be talking about the story of Esther. The story about Esther is not just about the queen; it's about courage, it's about boldness, and about how God works, even when you feel that God is silent. So let's dive quickly into the story of Esther. Sit with me. So Esther was a young Jewish girl that found favor in sight of the king. She didn't expect to be a queen. She didn't plan it, but it just happened. She found favor in sight of the queen in Persia. Now there was a man named Haman. Haman was full of hatred. He was very proud, and he had so much hate for Esther's cousin Mordecai, because Mordecai had so much faith in his religion, or what he believed in. He stood for what he believed in, so he refused to bow down because there was a command that was given that everybody should bow down to Haman. But because Mordecai had refused to bow down, because you cannot bow down to two persons, because Mordecai knew that he cannot be bowing down to God and be bowing down to a man. So Mordecai refused to bow down, he refused to obey that command. So because of that reason, Haman was so angry, he was very angry, and he said that he's going to take an action. He's going to make a plan to kill all the Jewish, which was all the Jewish from where Mordecai came from, which was also where Esther came from. Now, mind you, Esther's identity was hidden. Nobody knew she was a Jew. Nobody knew she was a Jew, and she's a Jewish. Nobody knew that. So immediately, Mordecai knew about this plan. He wrote to Esther. He wrote to Esther that this is what Haman is planning. This is what he wants to do to our people. So immediately, Esther sent a message. And in that message, she was like, he knows that she can't really do anything and all that. But Mordecai told her that whether she speaks or she doesn't speak up, whether she speaks or she doesn't speak up, is either everybody dies. It's either everybody dies. So Esther had no choice than to write back to Mordecai. She told him that, okay, Esther did something that I want us to apply to our daily life as we live, as we are here on earth, as children of God, as wherever we are. I just want us to apply these principles. So Esther did not rush into taking any decision, because Esther cannot just go to see the king. It's not possible. The king must request to see you. You cannot just walk into the king's palace. No, he must ask for you before you can come to him. So Esther knew these things, and she then thought of, okay, what will I do since this is a situation on ground? Do you know what Esther did? Esther wrote back to Mordecai. She told Mordecai that they should fast and pray for her, that she also will be fasting and praying at her own end with her maidens. Now Esther did not just rush to say, okay, since they have sent me this and like this and like that, it's going to happen soon, let me just rush and go to the king. She would have lost her life if she had just gone like that. So that's why, as a person, don't just live your life anyhow. Don't just act like anything that comes up, you just want to take a decision immediately on the spot. Most times we tend to make several mistakes because we don't seek the maker. We don't seek who has the right answer for our situation. Esther seek God. She sought for God spiritually before going to face the king physically. She did not just go. She went to the one that has the answer, or the one that has the ability to save her. Now, after the prayer and fasting, Esther took courage and she went before the king. Now, guess what? She found favor again in the sight of the king. She found favor. Instead of her being dead, the king told her that whatever you have come here to ask of me, I will do it. Even if you want the entire kingdom, even whatever you want, I will do it. Like, you get, because she has gone, she has taken over, she has taken charge of the situation. So immediately she stepped in. There was no obstacle. There was no devil that is coming to say, you broke the rule. No. She rather found favor in the sight of the king. With wisdom and patience, Esther was able to deliver this message to the king. And if you read the book of Esther, you understand how she used wisdom to take over the situation. She did not just rush into pouring the whole matter to the king. No, she used wisdom. Go and study the book of Esther so you can understand more on this particular part. In the end, at last, Haman's trap that he set, he was the one that fell into it. He was the one that fell into that trap that he set for the people of the Jews. He was the one that fell into that trap. Now, what am I trying to say? There are some steps you have to take, because some people's life that you don't even know are depending on it. So you have to make the right decisions at all times, because it might cost the life of several others. It might cost the life of many people. So at some point in life, you have to take bold steps. You have to be courageous enough to take bold steps. You have to be like Esther. It was not easy, mind you. It was not easy because it would have cost her life. She would have died. Because you cannot, like I said earlier, you cannot just see the king. No. So Esther would have died. So like there's some steps that you need to take. You need to risk it. You need to risk it, but you don't just go alone. You have to have backing. There's a song that says, I get backing. I know they walk alone. You have to have backing. You have to have God. Like, you have to seek the one who has the answer, who will give you that wisdom on how to go about that situation. So that was what Esther did. Esther sought the Lord. Esther was courageous. And one thing that I want to say again is this: don't allow hate and anger to overthrow you, to overrule you, because at the end it will destroy you. That is what hate and anger did to Haman. It destroyed him. It shattered him. Because there's some situations that can be handled amicably. But no, Haman, just He's God, he's powerful, he's the Almighty. No, no. So sometimes in life you have to relax, let go of the anger, let go of it. And somewhere in this story, we discover that Mordecai did something a long time ago, but it was not acknowledged for that. So when the king found out, the king was restless. He was restless still. He now asked Haman that if somebody does something like this, what should be the reward? Without Haman knowing that it was Mordecai, he gave a good response to it, and the king did it. The king was restless until it happened. So most times, you can do something over the years, and you can feel like, oh, I did this, I did that, but I was not acknowledged for it. I'll tell you, God is working behind the scene. He sees that, so you don't have to worry. Most times, your reward can come in different ways. Even when you don't expect it, your reward can come. So I just want to let you know that courage is very important. Taking that bold step is very important.